Jesus explains predictions, struggle for life, hardship, and final phase. March 17th, 1947. Message 4001 from Jesus through Bertha Dudde. Spoken by Pascal. Higher laws determine world events, even though human will plays a major part in them. It is the lawgiver from eternity himself who directs and rules everything, and who adapts the effects of human will to his eternal plan. Thus, the hatchet is seemingly buried, yet the fire has not yet been smothered, and it continues to smoulder in order to suddenly burst forth as a mighty fire with devastating force. What is foretold by the voice of the Spirit is fulfilled. A new phase of life begins for the people, and good for those who do not value earthly life too highly. Good for those who have recognized the world of appearances and are not its slaves. Good for those who know the meaning and purpose of earthly life, who have set themselves a higher goal than just the fulfillment of earthly desires and pleasures. These will take up the struggle for life the coming time will bring. They will be and remain victorious. Mankind will enter a new phase. A difficult struggle will begin for the individual. Man will have to traverse great earthly hardships and spiritually endure the greatest battle, the last battle of faith, which precedes the final end. It will come to this inexorably, as it is announced, for time has run out, and the spiritual low point calls for a time out, and the last day will halt all spiritual development on this earth, so that it may continue on its course upon the new earth. Mankind will soon enter this last phase, and world events will let the initiates, those with spiritual knowledge, recognize when it begins. The earthly events must take their course. The fire must be kindled anew, so that adversity reaches its climax, and the divine intervention is justified. God himself will rebuke the fighters. He will wrest the weapons from their hands, and let a great disaster come upon all, so that the eyes of all people will turn to the countries where God has clearly spoken. For he will make himself known. He will speak a language understandable to all who wish to understand it. He will reveal himself to the believers. He will be with the people in spirit. He will work among them and fill those already brimming with faith with strength. For they have need of his presence, of his help, because the adversity of the time will affect them as well, and the battle against the believers will increase in intensity as the end approaches ever closer. The final phase will only last a short while, but it will weigh heavily upon the people, only bearable with God's help. Yet all who live in and with God will survive the battle, those who love him and keep his commandments. For they are never alone, and they will feel God's presence and always be able to draw strength from his word, which he imparts to those dwelling in his love, so they may remain faithful to God and persevere until the end. Amen.